The Lord of the Rings is more than a tale of adventure, friendship, and courage. Beneath its rich storytelling, the epic draws on timeless themes and ancient wisdom, including deeply embedded Christian ideals. It's not immediately obvious, but once you see these parallels, you start to understand just how significant faith was to J.R.R. Tolkien and how it shaped his narrative. Middle-earth and Tolkien's mythology for England. Tolkien never intended The Lord of the Rings to be a simple fantasy world, separate from reality. Middle-earth is not just a fictional place, it's a deeply intentional reimagining of our world in ancient times. Tolkien himself called it a mythology for England, envisioning it as a world that existed thousands of years before our recorded history. He created Middle-earth to be both familiar and distant, a mirror of ancient myths, moral struggles, and the complexities of the human soul. He described Middle-earth as an actual part of our own world, saying, "Middle-earth is our world." In his view, the story doesn't take place in a fantasy land disconnected from ours. Instead, it's our own Earth, shaped by different forces and influences but driven by universal themes. For Tolkien, Middle-earth represented humanity's own mythic history, a place where divine struggles and heroic journeys shaped a world we can relate to and learn from. The undying lands of Valinor, for instance, isn't simply a fantastical paradise. It represents the concept of Eden, a place of ultimate purity and bliss, the home of higher beings and immortal souls. Only those in perfect harmony with creation can reach it, and it is cut off from mortals who are burdened by human pride and ambition. Valinor becomes, then, a symbol of paradise, accessible only to those untouched by corruption. Elves as pre-fall mankind. Tolkien's elves aren't just magical beings with pointed ears, they're a vision of what humanity might have been before the fall, free from sin and corruption. They embody a purity and wisdom that resonates with the biblical idea of pre-fall humankind. Tolkien often described them as beings with a deep connection to nature, whose lives are not limited by the same mortal concerns as humans. Elves are as close as any creature comes to the original, unfallen state of humanity, wise, connected to nature, and in harmony with the spiritual world around them. In a way, Tolkien's elves remind us of what we might have been if humanity had not experienced the fall in the Garden of Eden. They are free from the limitations that plague mortal beings, and they live in a state of grace that allows them to see and understand the deeper truths of creation. In Tolkien's own words, they are freed from those limitations which man feels most to press upon him. Elves, like pre-fall humans, live in the presence of paradise, residing in Valinor, an Eden-like realm created by the Vala, Tolkien's version of angelic beings. Men and the Fall. The tale of Numenor. The biblical story of the fall of man is one of humanity's most profound myths, and it finds a distinct echo in Tolkien's tale of Numenor. Numenor is a great kingdom of men that rises to greatness, but its people ultimately fall due to pride and a desire for immortality. Inspired by Sauron, Númenórean king J.R.R. defies the boundaries set by the divine, leading an expedition to seize immortality in the lands of Valinor. This act of hubris triggers divine retribution, and Numenor is destroyed, sinking into the ocean, a powerful parallel to the expulsion from Eden. The fall of Numenor is deeply reminiscent of the biblical story of Adam and Eve. Just as Eve was tempted by the serpent to reach beyond human bounds, the Númenóreans were seduced by Sauron, who told them they deserved immortality, like the elves. In both tales, divine beings punish humans for overstepping their limits, sealing off paradise forever. This powerful parallel warns against the dangers of pride and the consequences of reaching beyond one's rightful place. The White Tree of Gondor and its symbolism. One of the most powerful symbols in The Lord of the Rings is the White Tree of Gondor. More than an emblem, it represents resilience, hope, and the endurance of goodness. This tree descended from one of the two trees of Valinor, the same trees that originally brought light to the world. The tree's survival and regrowth hold deep spiritual meaning, particularly when Aragorn, a descendant of Numenor, replants a new sapling in Minas Tirith, restoring Gondor's ancient connection to Valinor and symbolizing resurrection. The White Tree's story echoes the Tree of Life in Genesis. Tolkien presents a tree that symbolizes divine light and renewal. When Aragorn plants the new sapling, he restores Gondor's link to its sacred origins, bringing life and light back to his people. This act represents more than just a return to ancient roots. It symbolizes rebirth, as Aragorn, a Christ-like figure, restores Gondor to its former glory through his leadership and virtue. Three Christ figures: Aragorn, Gandalf, and Frodo. Tolkien's story doesn't feature one single Christ-like figure. Instead, it has three: Aragorn, Gandalf, and Frodo, each representing different aspects of Christ's life and mission. Aragorn is the king who returns to redeem his people, much like Christ the King in the New Testament. His journey from the shadows to the throne reflects the revelation of Christ's kingship. Gandalf, with his wisdom and sacrifice, embodies the role of the prophet. His battle with the Balrog, death, and eventual resurrection echo Christ's sacrifice, descent into hell, and resurrection. And then we have Frodo, who bears the burden of the One Ring, a symbol of sin, enduring immense suffering for the sake of others. Ultimately, Frodo's journey reflects the sacrificial love and ultimate ascension found in Christ's story. Lemba's bread, holy dates, and Eucharistic parallels. Even the smallest elements in The Lord of the Rings carry meaning. The Lemba's bread given to Frodo and Sam for their journey isn't just a source of physical sustenance. It represents spiritual nourishment, much like the Eucharist. The journey to destroy the One Ring begins on December 25th, Christmas Day, and ends on March 25th, the traditional date of the crucifixion. These dates point to the Christian story of redemption and salvation, reminding us that these journeys aren't simply physical. They're spiritual quests with deep significance. In choosing these dates, Tolkien subtly infuses his story with the essence of Christ's journey on earth. December 25th, the birth of hope, and March 25th, the day of ultimate sacrifice, are key points in the story, inviting us to see Frodo's journey as one that mirrors the narrative of faith, redemption, and salvation. Tolkien's unique approach to allegory. Tolkien's approach to Christian themes is unique. Unlike his friend C.S. Lewis, whose Chronicles of Narnia were designed as direct allegories of Christian teachings, Tolkien preferred subtlety. He believed in applicability rather than straightforward allegory, allowing readers to draw their own meanings from the story. The Christian themes are woven naturally into the fabric of Middle-earth, where they lie quietly beneath the action and adventure, influencing the characters' virtues and the moral undertones of their choices. Through small acts of courage, loyalty, and sacrifice, Tolkien's characters reveal the core values of his faith. These themes aren't forced upon the reader. Instead, they emerge through the characters' journeys, teaching us about bravery, friendship, humility, and hope in ways that feel natural and timeless. The Lord of the Rings is more than a fantasy epic. It's a spiritual and moral journey that resonates with universal truths. Tolkien takes us on a journey through darkness and light, through courage and sacrifice, to remind us of the values that shape us and the hope that keeps us moving forward. He gives us a tale where redemption, humility, and the quiet heroism of small acts make all the difference in the face of overwhelming darkness. If this exploration of The Lord of the Rings and its hidden Christian themes has intrigued you, please give this video a like, share it with fellow Tolkien fans, and don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into the worlds of literature, mythology, and timeless storytelling. Let us know in the comments if you've noticed these themes yourself or if you found other layers in Tolkien's works. And as always, keep seeking the deeper stories within the stories. Thank you for watching.